Welcome back. Some of the stories that we're following this morning. Health Canada has received a formal request from Pfizer to have their COVID-19 vaccine approved for use in children under the age of 12 years old. Right now, the vaccine is only approved for Canadians 12 and up. Doses are expected to be about 1/3 the size. The pharmaceutical company submitted data for its child-sized shots earlier this month. No word yet on when we will get that decision from Health Canada. A recent poll from the Angus Reid Institute asked parents if they would vaccinate their kids younger than 12 once a shot is approved. Just over half said yes. Nearly a quarter of parents surveyed said that they would not vaccinate their children. And for reaction to that news from Health Canada, we say a very good morning to Dr. Dina, pediatrician and the founder of Kid Crew. Dr. Kulik, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, first off, we want to start. We know that Pfizer now obviously has some very promising data to put in the hands of Health Canada for approval. Health Canada's now, it's just about weighing, I guess, the risks of the vaccine versus the risks of the virus at this point.
Exactly, that's right. So we're going to look at how effective is the vaccine at preventing COVID, how much does it prevent severe illness, hospitalizations, death rate from COVID in young people, as well as how safe it is. We want to make sure that anything we give to our kids is going to be safe and effective, prevent the illness, and be something that parents are really eager to give their kids.
Right, and we're seeing there is an increase, of course, as soon as the school year started, of cases within schools and childcare centers. What kind of impact could a vaccine for children of that age have on returning to a normal life and just removing that kind of concern?
Potentially a huge impact, right? Our kids are still in schools, thankfully, and we know that about 1/3 of people getting COVID-19 in Ontario now are actually young people, kids that are in school that are not yet eligible to receive the vaccine. A lot of kids want to go back to normal activities. One day we would love to not be masked and distanced, and all the fear around, all that masking and distancing and public health measures. We can get much more quickly back to normal life if these vaccines are effective as they are with teenagers as well as adults.
And when you have, speaking of adults, you have the parents who are coming into your office. Are you hearing a lot of concern / excitement, I guess, as this vaccine is on the horizon for kids under the age of 12?
In my practice at Kid Crew in Toronto, much more excitement than hesitance, I would say. The vast majority of our teenage patients, as well as the parents in the practice, have received the vaccine, and they didn't have significant side effects, and they're feeling a lot more comfortable about having been vaccinated, and the parents are excited as well. We're just looking for more data so we could provide more education to families so they feel really comfortable with the decision to vaccinate their kids.
Right. And if it is approved, Angus Reid just recently put out a surveyed parents about whether or not they would get their kids vaccinated under the age of 12. The poll suggests the vast majority, over 50%, say that they absolutely would. 18% of parents, those surveyed, said that they may hold off on the vaccine for kids. They want to wait for more information. What would you say to those parents who are a little bit hesitant at first?
This really models what it looked like when we announced the vaccine rollout for teenagers and adults as well. Some hesitance because people want to be educated. They want to know what is the benefit of the vaccine, what are the potential side effects of the vaccine. And once we have that data in hand, we'll probably see that 18% come much, much lower as we did when we rolled it out for the older kids and the adult population as well.
Okay, and for doctors like yourself, are you already getting ready and preparing for this next step once Health Canada does announce? I know we don't have a deadline for that just yet, but are you starting to get ready and prepare?
Well, we'll see where the vaccine is given. It may be given in clinics. It may be mass clinics, ideally in places where kids are, like school settings, as we know that if we give vaccines where people are at, in malls, in grocery stores, where people are going to on a daily basis, the vaccine uptake rate is much higher. So I'm hopeful that public health will roll out a really good plan where we can do more kids at a time in a safe way, keeping distance and all those public health measures.
All right, Dr. Dina Kulik, thank you so much for joining us this morning to talk about this.
Thank you.